again. They won't get this off in time.
Man, that ain't making no sense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost.
You see that?
Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a
Bigmike1983514
to be exact. Just not a whole lot of room to
operate
there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
You see that bit? Oh, okay. I was just trying to make sure I had.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I got the raise.
An example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure he didn't get anywhere near that.
Hell, not even
They were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now unlikely to start.
Oh, that's you. Why it tell you who watching and everything. I had to make sure. I had to make sure I had put it in the right spot because you know this hoe set up different.
I've been around enough of these coaches and
this hoe nasty, man, bro.
meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call.
They came up out. You see that shit?
He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
That nigga came up out all them tackles. That nigga came up out all them tackles.
A great play there. 28 yards. And his guys are going to add on. Defensively, sometimes they talk about getting a hat on a hat. Well, there they got a hat on a hat blocking offensively, allowing that running back to get in the end zone.
And the defenders were trying so hard.
Cut the hell off, bro. That one like playing, niggas be tripping, bro.
But they were never able to do so. Well executed.
Man, I gotta see what I'm gonna do with this bitch. See if I can put it in my room, put it in Kylie's room somewhere.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14.
Controller, it's still about the same size. Controller. It don't feel no different. It's about the same size. Yeah, play screen, all that shit look the same.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. But you're down early.
Okay, so I got to mute the mic.
Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
There we go. Mike, mute the mic.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
At the 35-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
14, Ravens 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
A loss of 7.
Where the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got a...
He's got a man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 82 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
To number 83. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
54 mark, 54 mark. Check, watch 54, watch 54. You ain't doing nothing today.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Number 20.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 41. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Jackson dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing he can shuffle the puppies as well. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
5-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson now to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Number 21. Brought down back at the 8-yard line.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Intercepted.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Gets this one to Hill. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Got a man. It's complete. Williams. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Forced out to his left. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
And a 1st down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 17.
Ravens 7.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Ravens 7.
The return man is Hill.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now back out comes the offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they do finally get him at the 12.
6-yard gain.
It's a big play there on 3rd down. 56 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now Jackson looking to throw on 2nd down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is...
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Loss of 6 yards.
So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this 2nd half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the 1st half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To number 14.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
A 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, force the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Back to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Caught out left side by Robinson. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 40, the 30.
Sometimes you're never quite sure there's actually scheme that got the ball blocked. But I know one thing. The special teams coach, he's going to take the pats on the back for it anyway.
It's always interesting to watch after the block, the scramble for the football. Nice job there. They kept their wherewithal, got it, able to return it.
And on that, he can take the pats on the back because once you get the block, everything that happens from there is really controlled chaos. And you try and control it through your practice, through your teaching, and understand, expect to get the block. And once we do, this is how we respond.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 12. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line.
A gain of 40 yards.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
And his throw here's incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
And 5 yards.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
They'll take
that is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
7-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A nice gain of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind, with him running the team, that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A gain of 32 that time. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
24, Ravens 21.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
26 is the ball carrier.
Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And taken right on the 30. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right, and he's going to get this inside the 30.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll look to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this one is right through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, You can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
23-yard line.
So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taking it about the 36. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
The ball carrier.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 9 brings up second.
Again, it's Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll set up to throw. That one complete to Hill. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run it with Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Jackson to throw on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Brought down back at the 38-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change a course.
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off at the 38. And that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is,
are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a bearing a message to the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession, you a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up and I'm there in the scene. I feel just like Vegeta Prince and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's sauce so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break about me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down cube. You know what? Let me stop.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even